Welcome. What's up? Hooker and Mac is back. You see my boy with the hat to the back, coming straight in from Charlotte. We've been talking for a while. He ain't, been on, but we've been keeping it going. So again, if you're missing those words of wisdom, he might drop a bombshell on you today.
You gonna put that pressure on me early today.
Yeah, man. We got to. They've been wondering where you been, man. And I know with the COVID stuff, but you and I have, we've been talking daily, and it's been a lot of progress with the show. But of course, the show ain't the show unless you on here, because
I miss the debates.
I miss the debates, man.
Yeah, we had a debate in a minute.
Yeah, we go back and forth. It's a lot of new stuff that's out, Mac. So, kind of tell us what you've been up to, man. I mean, the whole landscape has changed.
Yeah, since the last time you and I connected on here, so much has happened in the world. Certainly COVID, which has affected everything.
The World Health Organization declared that the coronavirus crisis is now a pandemic.
Rudy Gobert has tested positive for the coronavirus.
In the world, and of course, the unfortunate death of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery.
Mm-hmm.
All of that has happened since we last met.
Yeah.
I'm teaching a class, several classes, as a matter of fact, on Intro to Diversity, a class on race, ethnicity, and diversity. Wow. And so teaching those things in the midst of all of that happening has been a challenge, man. I can't wait to get back just to be able to let some of that out, man. Because, certain things you say in the classroom, you have to be politically correct. But on this show, we just give it to them raw, though, man.
Yeah, we just give it to them raw. But also, we had T-Love in here. I mean,
you had some people in here since the last time I've been on with
T-Love was... He again, I haven't been here, living here as long as you, but he dropped it on me, Mac. I was just like, I know hip-hop, but I didn't know that much energy here locally. He talked about how basically he was going to meet SWV. So he said he drove up to Virginia, and it was just kind of a meet and greet thing.
Okay.
So he was kind of like, so the second time the guy asked him to come, he was kind of like, well, I went and meet and greet last time, but he said he drove all the way, I think it was D.C., if I'm correct. Yeah, D.C. He said when he got up there, he met him at the hotel, and then the dude came over to him, was like pointing at their bags and stuff. Like, and T-Love was kind of like, bags? I came up here to DJ.
Right.
And he said, just by luck, something told him to put his DJ equipment in his car. He put it in his car, and he said when he got up there, fast forward, something was going on with the sound guy, or they were supposed to have.
It wasn't working?
No, something was going on with their music. That's what they were supposed to have. So T-Love had all. The dude was like, man, I don't know what we're gonna do, and T-Love had all their hits right there, on his DJ equipment. He said that's how he.
And that's how he linked with SWV.
That's how he told us, which I appreciate, he said he wants DJs to know the music. He said, if you don't know the music, there ain't no reason why you DJ. And then, so it was a really good interview, and then I asked him, I said, well, how can we, he said, well, you really need to talk to Fanatic and get the mastermind behind everything.
Okay.
So I said, man, is there a way, just to show you the connection that we have received on digging in the crates? He called him up on the phone, and it was done.
He called Fanatic. Fanatic said, no doubt. I'll
no
come
doubt.
Do the
and
interview.
Fanatic, the stuff that Fanatic did on this show is priceless.
Yeah, when I watched it, I was like, wow, like I learned some stuff, and I'm from here, and I've been connected to the hip hop and music scene around here for the last 35 years, man. So a lot of the stuff I was like, okay, I remember that, but then he gave me some more depth to what I was like, okay, I knew that, but I didn't know to the depth that he was talking about it. So it was good to see you all do that interview, and I think that's the type of stuff that's needed. Let people know, man, it's a lot of talent right here.
Yeah, and then we had Professor Thurman from A&T. He came and
Big shout out to Thurman, man. Thurman.
Yeah, he came and dropped it as well. I mean, all the interviews were great. Then there was another guy that works at Guilford College. He gave us some gems. He had, I mean, the records that I got here can't compare to what he has.
No doubt.
But he was able to talk about the different records he had, this different stuff that he listened to. We got some great footage. It was like going into a cave.
Okay.
I mean, he had all these records, and it was that interest. So the last month from June really till
because you can't skip the Rico Barrino video. Interview that you just did.
Yeah, so Rico Barrino, that was like the icing on the cake. He came here, talked about his album, and he really got I would say personal, but you can follow his story. Like I asked him, "You Let Me Down," which is one of his songs. It felt like a '90s R&B appeal.
Hey, Rico give you that feel though, man. I've always been a fan of his music. Like they got that soul in it, man.
So what?
Big shout out to Rico. Love the music.
What from your recollection? Someone like Rico Barrino, what do you know from him as just being an artist? Just something.
Man, I mean, just listening to the countless songs that they used to put out, especially through 102 and the movement that they had going on. When I first used to start hearing Rico, I mean, songs like "I'm Real," like that. I used to bump that over and over and over again, like, yo, who is this guy? And then somebody said, oh, that's Fantasia, bro. I was like, what? Like,
really?
I liked the music before I knew who he was connected to. So that's when I was like, okay, yeah, the guy got talent. Like, this ain't based on somebody else.
Yeah.
Like, it's just I like the music.
Okay.
Yeah, so been a fan, man.
And then Rico Barrino, who's worked with T.I. And what's going on with T.I., Max? Since we,
man, I'm a Tip fan.
He out there talking about, the Lords of London and reparations and stuff. That's
what makes them think that they can tell us what it will take to make amends.
That's cool, but I mean, he got his, he's got his beard out. I mean,
it is funny to see him growing the beard.
It's funny to see his beard, but he hopping out talking about reparations and stuff. Mac, what's up with your boy?
Hey man, I'm not mad at the idea of reparations though.
Really?
So yeah,
Okay.
I'm on board for that. Yeah, why shouldn't we be compensated for that? They compensated other groups,
right?
When they have been oppressed and things have been done to certain groups. For example, Asian groups have been compensated for that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an issue with somebody asking and saying we should get reparations.
Yeah, I think he wants people to be woke.
Yeah.
So I think that the fact that because I asked Rico, and I was like, yo, T.I. is like one of the realest dudes. Like,
oh, absolutely.
I can see him pulling up at at Great Stops, like, yo, where the pizza at? You know what I'm saying? He just got that type of aura to him.
What about the beef between him and 50 Cent?
Man.
He said, bring me the bully.
Wow, I mean, they keep talking about doing this verses.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see.
Speaking of verses, Matt, come on now.
The verses be dope, man.
The verses be dope, but look, Matt, the verses between 2 Chainz and
Ross?
Ross, come on now, Mac.
You didn't like it?
No. How much? What catalog does and I'm not knocking 2 Chainz because I like his
2 Chainz got hits, man.
Paper Bag Boy. That's as far as he can go back.
He got hits, man.
Matt, come on now. You think that was a good versus?
I mean, 2 Chainz got hits. I don't think he got hits.
Name the hits he got.
I don't think he got hits like Ross, but he got hits though.
Okay, the music production then.
Music production. I mean, I don't necessarily attribute that to the artist per se, because the production come from another group of people, unless the artist produced the stuff itself. You know what I'm saying? Which can happen. Okay. Andre 3 Stacks certainly known for doing his own production on
Right.
things. But man, why you knocking Chains?
I'm
man?
not knocking him, but I mean, look at I'm talking about the catalog. I mean, the Maybach Music.
Okay, so Feds Watching, was that a hit?
What, from 2 Chainz?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a hit.
Oh, that was a hit, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me some more.
What about the joint he did with Ariana Grande?
With a real one, this a dedication. Had him patiently waiting for a revelation.
That was a hit. I mean, you might not have liked it. Maybe it was a little more too pop for you, but it was a hit. It was not a hit.
It was a hit, but I'm talking. Okay.
What about Birthday? It's your birthday.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Man, you sleeping on Chains.
I guess I'm just missing. I guess I'm just missing the longevity of it.
Well, okay, he ain't been out as long.
Because when I mean, come on, Maybach Music, you got
the
it started with Scott Storch. You know, I mean, you got albums hits after hit.
Scott Storch, man.
Scott Storch, I mean, wow.
A lot of people don't even know some of the beats like that you think were done by Dr. Dre. Were really done by Scott Storch.
Right.
Like Scott, he got skills.
Now,
and that's not to knock Dre, because we know he's a great producer in his own right.
Now Snoop and DMX.
Real hip hop, right?
That was dope.
You understand?
That was dope. Although when I went into it, I was like,
was built on.
with the same reasons you said with Ross, I'm like,
okay.
X don't have the same longevity as Snoop. We know Snoop been out there for years, man.
Okay, but
yeah.
Let's think about the party anthems though.
All right, imagine party anthems. I mean, because they didn't even play.
Up in here, up in here.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in
Party anthems.
I mean, Snoop got so many songs. It's almost hard to just name one. I
It's
mean,
the Doggy Dog World with the
I mean, anything on Doggy Style, every single song on that was straight up classic.
What about Snoop when he was with No Limit?
Why y'all want to knock Snoop with No Limit?
I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, since we talking about music, no Limit. I can remember that album cover, Tank Dog.
But the time frame when X was hot,
Yeah.
Snoop still had hot songs.
Right, yeah.
Before X was ever heard of, Snoop had hot songs.
Yeah,
and after X ain't came out, Snoop still done had hot songs.
See, I remember Snoop when he was on Deep Cover, Lauren Fishburne.
Creep with me as I crawl through the hood. Maniac, lunatic, calling Snoop Eastwood, kicking dust as I bust fuck.
Yeah.
Man,
That's some of the dopest Snoop lyrics.
Yeah, man, we gotta get a piece of that in the edited version.
But here's something we ain't talked about. You know,
Okay,
like, it's
go
been so much.
Okay, go ahead.
What about this entanglement though, man?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes.
Entanglement, but with who?
Come on, huh?
You gotta hit me up to speed.
Come on, man. You know you've been hearing about the
What?
entanglement, the
What?
Will Smith, Jada Pinkett.
Oh man, come on, see that.
What? Will is a hip hop artist. It
is
what we
Mac.
doing.
It is August. It is August, right?
It's August.
It's August.
So,
I mean,
hey, man.
But Mac, here's my thing. There ain't no way in the world, and I'm saying this on air, ain't no way in the world you gonna be at my house in a whole separate coffee spot, you know, drinking coffee or whatever you're doing, and another man is in my house.
They were drinking coffee.
I don't think they was drinking coffee.
That's what we call it these days.
But
we drinking coffee.
I guess they was having a.
All right, I'm gonna have to use that. I'm like, girl, what you doing? You over there drinking coffee? That's what we doing. We drinking
I mean,
coffee.
but the entanglement. I mean, even when they was on the video, she
Look,
was
you like
like
that cream in your coffee. All right, never mind.
See that?
New
He trying to take
subject,
me
man.
from. He was. I mean, I'm gonna say this. Will Smith. He was hurt by it. You can tell.
He did look hurt. He did.
But you don't know what he got out the door either.
Yeah, I mean, whatever he got going on, he certainly have kept it under wraps. If anything, you know, certainly I can't speak to the specifics of it because no one knows except for the people close to that situation.
You lead the horse to
Did
the
you hear the
win.
song though that August made?
No.
Called Entanglement? Oh yeah, he did a small with Rick Ross.
With Rick Ross.
Yes.
With Rick Ross.
Hey,
I gotta hear it.
Song that's kind of hot too.
Oh, we got to get this on here. We got to get this.
Yeah,
on.
yeah. You should put that as one of the songs that play in the background when we playing this
Mac,
particular
let's-
segment right here.
What's else in another? Is Megan Thee Stallion?
Hey, what you know about that WAP?
Yeah, what's going on with Megan Thee Stallion in that video? I mean,
oh yeah,
we shifting gears.
Cardi
on
B
here.
and Megan. Big shout outs to both of them.
What's going on with that little
man? They created some controversy, right?
Yeah,
which is kind of strange, honestly, when you think about it. Like, they haven't said anything that men haven't said for a long time. Like, what's the difference between what they said and what Uncle Luke said back in the day, or Too Short? So, I mean, I understand it's just not something you're used to hearing from female artists, but it don't necessarily mean they don't have the right to express themselves.
Yeah,
like
that's
that,
true.
You know, so, I mean, I thought it was a big to-do about nothing, honestly. I mean, it's a dope beat for the song, so, hey, let it rock out.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. If you don't like it, turn the station.
Yeah, basically. Shoot, I was just listening to Dave East's album called Karma.
I haven't heard it yet, man. That's fine.
It's fire. He got us some reggae on that joint. I was watching the interview. Matter of fact, he was on Fat Joe's page 2 nights ago, and he was just talking about. They was talking about your boy Pop Smoke and how much.
Nah, he 100. Pop was 100, man.
Yeah, he was 100.
Pop was 100.
He was 100.
Pop was 100, bro.
R.I.P. man.
Yeah, how much of a genius he was up on the rising, you know, which is good for someone like Fat Joe. But see, this is what I think that is unique about hip hop, Mac, and maybe you can chime in on it. He was talking to Fat Joe, and they were talking about the creativity, you know, the beat, the production, the lyrics, and all of that. And Dave E said, well, what inspired me is, you know, the Fat Joes, the Run DMCs, the Nas's, you know, he mentioned a couple he even mentioned some old groups, you know what I'm saying? He talked about Large Professor and all these people. And so it made me appreciate it because I can see the transformation now of Dave East, West Side Gun, Sky Zoo, D Smoke, Pop Smoke. I can see a little bit more uniqueness in terms of the delivery. What he was saying is that he watched Fat Joe and Nas and all those, you know. So growing up, so it's just taking me a little back to saying that the young folks, they are paying attention to some degree. So you know what in your mind when you think about Dave East and what comes to mind in terms of when you hear that an artist is paying homage to like your Fat Joes.
That's dope. Yeah, that's dope. I mean, I think in any profession that you go in, you should pay respects to those that came before you. They have a certain level of knowledge. They've opened up certain doors that weren't there prior to them arriving, and hopefully you take what they do and build upon that. I think it's hard to build without knowing what came before you. You know, so I think that's dope that he showed that respect to them. And I like Dave East's music though, you know. Yeah.
You know, so what else is out, Mac? You was gonna drop something on me.
Man, I thought I found something interesting. I was looking at the other day. They had Barack Obama's playlist.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and we had several hip hop artists. Hold on. Let me pull this up.
Okay, we gotta find that.
Okay, so here's some of the artists on his playlist.
Okay, you heard it first. Digging in the Crates Hip Hop Podcast.
Tiana Taylor is on his playlist. Rihanna.
Wow.
Drake.
Drake is on his playlist.
Drake's on his. Nas.
Oh yeah, that's.
Childish Gambino.
Really?
Yeah. Common.
Oh yeah, I can see Common on there.
All of these right here. See, this is actually something he tweeted out. So
we're gonna have to.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to show an image of that.
It was good to see. I was like, oh, Barack got a nice, you know. And then he got Otis Redding on there too. So he's still got the old school.
What else he got on there?
Some of the older stuff. Let's see. He has John Legend on here.
Okay.
Leon Bridges.
Okay.
So he got.
Any rock and roll?
He got J. Cole. The Climb Back, he got that song on there from J. Cole. So he got a lot of
Oh, okay.
A lot of younger people, surprisingly, on there.
Wow, Mac, this. See, we digging deep. You see, we got the
No
playlist.
doubt.
We got the
No
playlist of Barack Obama.
Yes, that's what's running.
One thing I want to talk about, Mac, which we argued about a couple weeks ago. KRS-One and LL. I mean, I can see the verses, but that's not realistic. Because
L would only be able to play just the stuff from his early years. Because KRS, I mean,
so past 2000, LL is
we ain't gotta go 2000s. Like, I can't think of anything that KRS did since like 97. I'm trying to think of anything after 1997 that I can think of that KRS did that was.
Well, it wouldn't be that good of a verses because they got two different type of rap styles.
They do.
You know,
Absolutely.
KRS-One, he kicks the knowledge and, my philosophy and love's gonna get you. And then, LL, he's just a lackluster lover boy.
Yeah.
And then once you get to, basically KRS-One is lost once you get to like 98.
Yeah. I'd rather see KRS go against somebody like Public Enemy or something. Like,
boy, that's cold.
So, you got two people that can do some conscious stuff.
Yeah, Chuck. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
That would be good.
Yo, if y'all listening, we'd like to see.
Absolutely.
We would love to see Chuck D and KRS-One. You hear it here from us.
Yep.
On verses, we want to see that.
We love to see that. Love to see
that. What about MC Lyte and Roxanne Shante?
But I want to see that. I think I would rather see MC Lyte and Queen Latifah.
Really?
I think I'd rather see that.
Yeah. Georgie Porgy. Stop, look, listen.
Lyte was dope, man.
Lyte is a rock.
Yeah, Lyte was dope. Yeah,
Lyte was dope.
Lyte was dope.
Shout out to MC Lyte. Come on our show.
Absolutely. We'd love to have you.
We'd love to have you.
Love to have you.
What else can we do in verses?
Well, man, it's a lot of verses that's not out there yet. Certainly, I think they tried to do some stuff with Chris Brown and Usher, but
please,
Chris doesn't want to do it. I think that's what I remember reading.
Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul verses, please.
Yeah, I know. That would be good to see.
That would be good.
Yeah, that would be good to see. Although I think Tribe got more hits for certain. So it's a lot of younger cats that they haven't done the verses with. It's been more older. That I would love to see them do it.
Chirp boys. You want
let them do it, man. Nothing wrong with that.
Amigos.
Nothing wrong with that at all. It's good stuff, man. I like some of the younger music. There's some talented artists out here.
But you can see them records right there, Mac. I just picked up, so you want to scroll.
Yeah, let me see what you got right here, man. Okay, them Blackbirds. What you know about this hook?
Oh, it's a good song on there. I just picked that up.
And you already know. I put you on this Donald Byrd.
The jazz and the Donald Byrd.
Yeah, we gotta connect with Mr. Green too.
Oh yeah. We're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to drive it to Charlotte.
No doubt. Let me see what else you got right here.
Oh,
you got that main sauce. Yo, I was a huge fan. Man, when he first came out, I thought the guy rapping was LL. I ain't gonna tell you no lie.
Really?
Yeah, his voice. I was like, oh, LL doing something different. And then I found out, no, that wasn't LL at all. Let's see.
You got the Nas joint on there too.
Yeah, that's dope.
I'm just hanging out.
What's this other one that you got right here?
Come on now, Mac. You got to be. Just cooling.
Yeah.
You know who's on there? Heavy D.
Heavy D's on this joint?
Yeah, Heavy D's on the song.
Look at these sweatsuits they got on right here.
Oh, Mac, I ain't gonna even front. I had one of those.
You had one of these?
Yes, sir.
This look like the sweatsuit he wore when he was singing that song for Chris Rock. No Sex in the Champagne Room.
Yeah, these are sweatsuits. Now, I don't know about what he got on. I ain't have nothing like that.
That jean? Oh,
Yeah, I had a jean outfit.
Everybody had the jean joint.
And then your boy.
What you know about Dennis
Don't look any further. Jerry Curl Juice.
Wow. Yeah, I definitely know about Dennis Edwards, man. He was dope.
Yeah,
Unique sound, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Those some stuff I picked up.
Yeah, I think my aunt used to hang out with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my aunt was a really good singer.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was winner up in Black, Miss Black, North Carolina back in the day. So pretty lady and could sing. So she ran in these circles.
Yeah. Wow. So.
But yeah, some good albums, man.
Yeah.
Good albums.
We try to, pick them up. So, and then like I said, we did that documentary of Little Vinyl Matters. Mom, you see my little costume up there. A little hip hop.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of messages. It was like, hold on, what's your boy doing? He got a whole cape now. I was like, that's how Hook do. I was like, he gonna do something to catch you off guard. I was like, that's what he like to do. They was like, he got a cape though. I was like, what's wrong with the cape? The man is the wizard. He's supposed to have a cape, man.
We gotta do something different, man. This is what we do on Digging in the Crates Hip Hop Podcast. So what else been going on, Mac? Anything else hot and spicy? Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot it at home, but I got that 45 of How You Like Me Now, Kumo D.
Oh, you gonna bring it back up? Yeah, you're not gonna let it go.
Nah, I'm just, I thought you might want to listen to it.
Oh, man, I don't want to hear no more Mo D.
Okay, Mo D is out. He has got.
I mean, nothing against Mo D. He had about 3 joints that I like, and that's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
So what else is new? Anything else new?
I mean, we've talked about some of the major ones, man.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly, there's a lot that I'm sure we've skipped over. I mean, it's been months since we've been on, man.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's been
nothing's coming to mind right offhand.
Yeah. But yeah, we've been away for months. I can definitely assure you that the Hook and Mac show is gonna push the envelope.
No doubt.
We are. It's for the people. Music is life. Life is music. Hip hop is music in general is for everyone. Rock, orchestra music, hip hop, classical, country, and western. I think we try to encompass it all. And this is the things that we try to do on this show, is try to inspire the generation that's coming behind us, because we don't know what music is going to be like in 2025, but we do know what music is now, and so we're just trying to provide a breath of life for everybody. Before we sign off, Mac, where do you think that, if you think about what has happened socially, politically, and economically with inequalities, with the death of George Floyd, with Arbery, where do you think music fits into all this? How can music, be a sort of an inspiration like he did with the with Public Enemies, the X-Clans, I remember Quincy Jones made a song, Back on the Block. How can music catapult, and, as the young folks would say, make everybody woke?
Well, it would be great if some of the things that have happened on the negative side, as you've named, would be the inspiration and spark for artists to create more conscious hip hop.
Okay.
Certainly, we had an era.
Okay.
You named some of those artists like Public Enemy, Poor Righteous Teachers. KRS-One used to produce some conscious songs, and there are countless others. Arrested Development. So we had an era where that was big, and hopefully seeing something like this will inspire some some artists to create it, and more importantly, make some record companies want to get behind the music, man. I mean, because there are conscious hip hop artists, conscious hip hop that's still out there that we just don't get to hear on the mainstream. You know?
Yeah.
You know, it'd be great if a switch happens where we get that as well as the other music.
Yeah, there was a local artist that was on one of our, of course we have artist spotlight on Sundays from 5 to 7, and there was a guy named God King June, and he had his album release party right here on the show, and he had the song about the 7 days of June, and I was listening to his music. Actually, it's an autographed copy of, you know, you can follow his music on Instagram, and surprisingly, his music was, if you can sit there and listen to it, you can listen to what he was saying. And so I you know, from our perspective on this show, I think that's one of the unique things that we can uncover, is that you have a lot of artists, local artists, who are trying to understand music, but as you said, do it in a positive light. So it's yes, it's conscious hip hop, but it also has some, you know, valid points, because conscious hip hop gets a lot of, it gets stricken down a lot because, well, you know, not to attack mainstream media, it gets bogged down a lot because folks don't want to listen to it. Yeah. And it's not, you have some, just like in our era, we had some groups that was preachy, like, nah, man, you know.
Right.
And then you had groups like Public Enemy, Def Jeff, King's Son. Now, you know, I'm just, you know.
I think Common has done a great job of mixing.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
conscious messages, but you still like to hear the music.
Yeah, because Common did a documentary a couple years ago, and it took me back. You know, I'm going to use this term, people who are disadvantaged and live in underserved areas, they can be mentally affected. When I watched this documentary, it took me back. I was like, not only people in the military experience that, but people who live. So I think music can provide as an element, just like doing the Harlem Renaissance. You know, the jazz artists, they played from what we call a bottom-up culture, which I learned from Professor Thurman when I was in school. And that's that's what's unique about music, especially, you know, when you talk about the genre of black music, not just hip hop, but jazz, blues, bebop. What you get is that bottom up culture where it comes from experience, and I think that's what's unique about music, and I think that's what you're seeing now, is that they're latching on to that, and certainly with the movement, Black Lives Matter, George Floyd, you're kind of seeing that, but it's taking time.
Yeah.
You know, we gotta stop thinking it's gonna be instantaneous.
Correct.
And we gotta stop. You know, I want to be on TV. I want record sales. You know what? You know, this is what Fanatics said. You gotta have content. Even Rico Barrino said, just keep doing what you're doing. All the other pieces of fall in place. And so that's where I see music, Mac. I mean, you know, I
hope we can get another Public Enemy though, man. That would be dope.
Yeah, it would be dope. Yeah, I hope we can get a group like out there that is inspired.
Yeah.
I hope we can get another group like X-Can. I hope we can get, I mean, Mac, I was the other night, shout out to Lords of the Underground. Shaw, right?
Turned a long time, man. Yeah, they met at Shaw.
And I was listening to Here Come the Lords, you know, DJing, and
Lords of the Underground, I hadn't heard that in so long.
Yeah, but that's, you know, I hope that.
I was a huge fan of them too.
Me too. I hope that at some point those type of things will come out just in a different matter.
Yeah, absolutely.
So as we sign off, Matt, give us a little nugget real quick, and we're gonna sign off. If you can, you know, you're gonna hear it first, right on Digging in the Crates, the Hooker and Mac show. Shout out to the Hit Squad.
I don't have anything original right now, but what's coming to mind, I'm going to paraphrase something that Dr. King said, which I think is very important and relevant during this time, that the true test of a man or woman's character is not in the time of convenience, but in the time of controversy and challenges. So know who you are right now and understand that the decisions that you make are really going to determine the type of persons that you are in this very tough time. So be the best person you can be even in the tough times and make the right and smart decisions.
Right. From your boy, the Hip Hop Wizard, and Dr. Mack, he just gave you those golden nuggets, those gears of wisdom. We'll be back here soon.
Absolutely.
And again, if you're interested in the show, send us an email at hooker@mcadoo@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. We do have a YouTube page. But if you want to know more about our show, DM us. If someone's out there that might want to seek some services of video editing, we can connect you with that. We don't know what the price would be, but hey, and if you're interested in, just knowing more about us or even sponsorship, please hit us up at hooker@mcadoo@gmail. And I am your Hip Hop Wizard and my co-host.
It's Dr. Mack.
And we out.
I'm out.
And we out. Peace. Digging in the Crates Hip Hop Podcast, the Hooker and Mac Show. And we out.
Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team fucking here. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Nigga, started from the bottom, now we here. Started